Howdy partners, this is Kiram with Clear Imaging, clearimaging.com. We design wicked websites and do really good SEO. Been around 2 decades, since the beginning of the web. Today we're looking at a site, Tampa FL Mobile Mechanic, and we're going to see why Google loves this website and why it's #1 for search term mechanic Tampa. Okay, so we're on this site. Why does Google love it so much? Well, I'm going to tell you. First of all, we're not even going to talk about design because there's a lot of design issues on the site. That will be a separate video. But let's talk about why the SEO is so good, not why the design is so bad. So first things first, let's just do a quick scroll. So we've got this going down, going down, going down. What do we notice? We notice a ton of text, well over 1,000 words on this page. We could actually go and paste it into Word and see how much there is, but I'm just going to say, eyeballing it, we've got a good 1,000 words. So that's key, 1,000 words on the home page. Now that doesn't mean tomorrow if you add 1,000 words to your home page, you're going to get to #1. SEO is all about doing 100 things that make a 1% change, all right? But that is definitely the right thing to do. 1,000 words. Now let's check out keyword density, all right? Control F, type in Tampa. 22 occurrences. Well, okay. If you consider that there's 1,000 words and there's 22 occurrences, that's a pretty decent density. As we're scrolling through, we're only seeing it pop up once every paragraph or two, right? This whole section only one time, none, once, once. See a pattern? Once in this one, twice in the heading. Couple points right here. So the density is really nicely done. It's very conservative as opposed to our favorite example. Where's Chop Chop? Right. 26 occurrences, but it's just like really, really heavy and thick. All right. This one has a much better distribution. So remember to not put too much, but not put too little. This gives you a good idea of a nice natural balance. You know, they're not throwing in Tampa every paragraph. Okay, so that's a pretty good guide. How about mechanic? Mechanic, 28. All right, a little more thick, a little more dense. So more frequent. But then again, you know, here's a whole section without mechanic mentioned. We've got it in each paragraph here. Okay, once in that paragraph, once here, once, twice, none, once, none. So pretty decent. Twice, none, none. I'm liking the approach. All right, it's pretty conservative considering how much text there is on the homepage. If the homepage only had these 2 sections, right, and they had 10 mentions of mechanic and Tampa, in just 2 paragraphs, that's too dense. So the more text you add, the more you can space out your keywords. Let's keep rolling. How about we press Control U, take a look under the hood, look for the title, here it is, friendly title, and you'll see it's very smartly put together. They're going all in by putting Tampa as the first word. So these guys mean business. What is the actual name of the company? What is the name of the company? Very clever. They've named the company their main keyword search and their main service area. So when they put it in the title, it gets a lot of juice because the first word / words of the title carry the most weight. So they're going to do very good in Tampa because they're starting their title with the word Tampa. It's also their company name, so it's not like putting it fits to go there because it's their company name. Then we've got mobile mechanic twice, which is not necessary. I would undo this, okay? It's already right there. I would find a different keyword to throw in there. Maybe emergency mechanic, I don't know. We would have to do a keyword research. We got automobile, auto repair. Mobile, mobile auto repair. Automobile? Fine. So yeah, I would take out this guy and put a better keyword phrase in there. but nonetheless, a decent title. How about headings? Let's do Control F, type in H1. They have 3 H1s, which is an error. This is 1. So Mobile Mechanic Auto Repair Tampa FL, pretty darn good. I mean, they're getting the company name, the location, and their main keyword all in one. It's pretty jam-packed. Another heading 1, Mobile Mechanic Tampa FL, and then there's another heading 1 somewhere, again. So you don't want to have 3 heading 1s. That's a mistake. They need to make those other ones heading 2s and just have 1 heading 1. Each page gets a heading 1, all right? This guy. This is the heading 1, and they're repeating it a couple times. Again, over here. 1 heading 1 per page. It looks to Google like you're trying to game the system. So, moving along, do they have heading 2s? Heading 2s are good. Yeah, they got 1. They could use some more. Heading 3s, no. So they should do this. They should do some headings. They should switch some of these up to heading 2s and 3s. That would be a good maneuver. What else? I'm kind of curious to see how many Google reviews they have, just to get a sense for a page that's winning so hard. Only 15. So it's not like they had 1,000 reviews, right? So we're going to assume that these reviews aren't really doing much for it because there's only 15. Coming back, we've got some inside pages. Not a whole lot of text. Inside page. Not a lot of text. Let's just get a sense of how much content is actually on this website. Not a whole lot. We're looking at like 200 words per each of these inside pages, which is pretty light and can be dismissed by Google as not really being enough to care. Empty page, contact. Again, 200 words, maybe. Contact page. Stock photography. Never do stock photography, by the way. Always do real photos. Design tip, pro tip. Build more trust. People don't want to see fake people on your website. It makes you look fake. Moving along. So the site's pretty thin as far as amount of inside pages and then the amount of text on the inside pages. However, it makes up for it with this really impressive homepage filled with content. And other items to take a look at. Loads fast. That's going to help it in the SEO, mate. All right, loading fast. Fast-loaded websites do well. Got a conflicting kind of thing with Google page speed, but then again, it's loading fast. That's not a big deal. It is mobile friendly, right? So that's helping it. So that's all helping it. They've got their security certificate. That's also a good thing. It looks like we have some city pages. Now I'm going to take a bet right now that these are either they're trash or they're great. Let's guess that they're garbage. All right. So here we go. So it's not good in that there's only 150 words, but I want to compare the text on them. I want to do a little thing and see if it's all the same text. Oh, Tampa. Okay, here we go. It's got St. Pete. St. Pete. So what's changing as we go back and forth? St. Pete, Largo. That's basically it, and just the company name. How about Lakeland, Largo? Lakeland? Let's get it a little closer. It helps if you get it lined up just right. Yeah, they're just substituting the city. I suspected so. And the same with this one. So that's trash. Don't do that. These pages, what they're trying to do is they're trying to get more coverage for their searches. They want to appear in more searches for more cities. But doing a page like this will not help you with that. Google will dismiss this page as poor quality content because guess what? It's duplicate content. All right, it's the same text on 4 pages with just the city substituted. Google is not stupid. This is a tactic that's which has been done for 2 decades. This is an old tactic. All right, this goes way back. And it really doesn't help out your site. Each of these pages, to make this work, it needs to have its own unique content and should have 500 words of it. All right, not 200 words of duplicate content, 500 original words. So that would really help this site move up if they made these actual pages that were useful and not just copied. All right, but nonetheless, the home page is still rocking pretty hard, and I'm not going to go deeper into it by seeing what kind of links they have pointing to their site. They may have some juicy links, which is also helping them get to the top in the Google, but that's beyond the scope. If you have something like SEMrush, that's a tool, you can see what links that you have pointing to your site. Anyway, that just about does it. I do want to make one design note. All right, this isn't a design video, but we could do a whole video on design for this website because it basically doesn't have a design at all. I will say one thing I really like is that they put the picture of the owner introducing himself. This is a strong move, however, it needs to be smiling. So it's a strong move, however, it's poorly executed. But you should know when you're doing your site, you should always put a picture of the owner or someone an executive who's not, bashful and doesn't mind being on the web. Go ahead and put them and put a little bio and introduction. It's going to build a lot of trust because, especially if you're a mechanic, people want to work with someone they can trust. And you can build some of that trust online by just introducing yourself and putting yourself out there, whereas a lot of people are too shy, right? Anyway, that just about does it for this audit. You should definitely use what you learned here, especially the point of the amount of text on the home page and the keyword density. So take this, run with it, apply it to your site, and start moving up in the Google. Okay, so if you want your website to be properly optimized so Google can love it and move you up in the search, come on down to clearimaging.com. We design wicked websites, fresh designs, and we do really good at SEO, everything white hat. We follow Google's guidelines. That's why we've been around for over 2 decades. So come on down, clearimaging.com, and come over to the contact page and let us know if there's anything we can do for you.